Hello, I'm Jalen Brooks.
And I'm Isabella Vanderlende. Today on GC360, Finals Week is coming up for students here at Georgia College. We find out how some of you are dealing with the anxiety during this time.
The election season is not over for the people of Georgia. The race continues for Herschel Walker and Raphael Warnock. This, as GC is named most engaged campus for student voting.
And it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere we go. Wow, not so sure about that, but we'll tell you how the holiday season is shaping up here on campus and in Milledgeville. This plus more today on GC360. This is GC360 News, where news comes full circle. Today we have joining us, thank you for joining us for the final show of the semester. Yes, we are nearly there. The end of the semester is just days away, and finals week is upon us. This usually comes with added stress for students. So, how do you deal with this? Here's our executive producer, Emily Smith.
It's that time of year once again, finals week. The week that almost every college student dreads. They get piled up with projects and exams, and it's hard to stay focused on your mental health. How are some students dealing with these added stressors? Jalen Brooks says,
Well, I like to just find ways to relax. I have a meditation app, and I use that whenever stress gets a little high, and I do that before I go to bed at night so I sleep well, and then also before major exams and stuff.
How can staff help with the stress of finals? One student advises them to
offer a lot of resources and help with their office hours, or even like study times in class that can just give people, sometimes we are too busy to always study with jobs and everything, and so just offering any resource they can and being more understanding that we do have 4 or 5 classes that we're taking and we're just trying to study through all of them.
Georgia College has some helpful resources. First, the Counseling Center. They offer free counseling and psychiatric services. They also have a 24-hour mental health emotional support line. This allows students to call at any time about any problem, big or small. In case you don't have time to call or make an appointment at the Counseling Center, they have self-help resources on their website. Dr. Wilson, the Director of Counseling Services, advises that students take advantage of the Counseling Center.
For yourself, take some time to do something that's calming or distracting or just that you enjoy, whether that's petting a dog, coloring, or taking part in one of these self-help resources that I mentioned from the Counseling Services website, or meeting with a counselor. Those are some good ways to help cope with stress.
And it's simple to make an appointment. All you have to do is call or email them. counseling.services@gcu.edu. From GC360, this is Emily Smith.
From the stress of finals to election. Yes, you heard right. The election season is not yet over here in Georgia. There's one more election coming up next week. That will determine who will be our United States Senator for the next 6 years. Will it be incumbent Democrat Raphael Warnock or Republican challenger Herschel Walker? GC360's Nicholas Wimbish has all the information you need to know.
Early voting for the U.S. Senate runoff has begun in the state of Georgia. As of the end of the day on Monday, 28.2% of Baldwin County's registered voters had already cast a ballot, the 22nd highest turnout rate of the 159 counties in our state. The whole state is seeing a very high turnout for this runoff election. We are in this place because neither Senator Warnock or candidate Herschel Walker got more than 50% of the vote on November 8th, as a majority of the vote is required to win an election in the state of Georgia. Senator Warnock did win a plurality of the vote by just under 1 percentage point. This race is a dead heat. One poll just taken for this race shows both candidates at 50% each with no undecided voters. Another poll shows Senator Warnock in a slight lead of 4%. However, his supporters shouldn't get too comfortable, as this specific poll has a plus or minus 4.4% margin of error. As you can tell, every vote will matter. So get out and vote between now and Friday for early voting, or on Election Day this Tuesday, December 6th, from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Reporting for GC360, I am Nicholas Wimbish.
Thanks, Nick. Georgia College was named recently a most engaged campus for student voting. It's an honor that comes from the national organization All In-Campus Democracy Challenge. This is largely due to the efforts of rhetoric professor Dr. Jan Hoffman, the coordinator of the American Democracy Project. Dr. Hoffman joins us here today in the studio and tells us a little bit more about this. Welcome. First, what is the American Democracy Project?
Thank you for having me. And the American Democracy Project is a nonpartisan initiative of the American Association of State Colleges and Universities. And it's dedicated to, quite simply, nurturing student civic engagement at higher education institutions across the country.
Right. And what does it mean for GCSU that it was named a most engaged campus for student voting?
We just found out last week, it's very exciting, that we're one of 394 colleges and universities nationwide who were recognized as a 2022 most engaged campus for college student voting. And that means that we made intentional efforts to increase our student voter education and voter turnout rates, and that we're committed to ensuring that our students are informed and confident voters.
Yeah, that's awesome. And in what ways did Georgia College promote voting, and how were these methods successful?
Well, we tabled at events, we postered all around campus, and I think most effectively we partnered with TurboVote. We have done that for a couple of election cycles. And TurboVote is a nonpartisan digital platform that students can opt into if they want to get personalized reminders of deadlines coming up and polling information, election information that's kind of customized. Because I think the thing that students need most, probably with the busy lives that they lead, is that, oh yeah, okay, I need to do that, and where do I go, and when do I need to have it done? So I think those have been pretty successful, though I'm not sure we had to work terribly hard, because Georgia College students have a much higher than national average registration rate already. So.
Right. Yeah, that's awesome. And do you think the trend of student voting will continue into this runoff?
That's a great question. I think the difficult challenge is because of the truncation of the time, so that it's just more difficult to get the absentee ballot requests. We didn't get the Saturday voting in. And the fact that if students want to vote, they have to sneak home but by Friday, wherever they're registered to vote, if they want to get into early voting. And if they don't do that, then Tuesday they got to sneak home on the first day of finals to vote if they're not registered here in Baldwin County. So we'll find out next fall when we get our national study of learning and voting engagement results. And that'll tell us just how well we did.
Right. And what will the American Democracy Project do to ensure that students here continue to vote?
Another great question. Two things that I really hope, I very much hope will come to pass is that our president has wonderfully signed the President's Commitment for Full Student Voter Participation, which is another part of the All-In Democracy Challenge. And so what we want to do is find a way to get our 94.7% voting, or rather registration rate, up to 100%. We're this close. And the easiest way to do that would be if we actually linked registering to vote with registering for classes to pick up that last 6% or so of students. I think that would be really wonderful. And the other thing, of course, I'd like that's beyond our control is for us to make Election Day a national holiday.
Yeah, well, I think that's a great idea. And what do you think, why do you think more students ended up voting this year?
Well, you'd certainly have to ask them that question, but I think we can pretty safely speculate that it's competitive races, really important ideological and policy differences, and then issues that really matter to students, abortion access, student loan debt forgiveness, climate crises. These are all issues that really affect youth voters, and I think they came out to say that.
Yes, and you kind of just touched on that, but why do you think it is important for students and young voters to show up to vote?
You know, I think we've learned the lesson now that every vote counts, and I think that's really sunk in. The only way it doesn't count is if you don't vote. And frankly, you know, what happens probably affects you more than anybody else as a demographic group. So I think that's a lot of motivation. And I have to say, our Georgia College students have more than stepped up to the plate.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
After the break, we celebrate the holidays in Milledgeville and on campus.
So they say it's a man's world? Well, I don't see anybody's name on it. While they were out doing their thing, we slowly changed all that. We changed all that! Today, women can do anything men can do. And there's one thing we're even better at.
I grew up in the housing projects of Cleveland. I didn't even know that life could be any better than it was. Education for me has been a way to get away from the agony of what was normal life. I want to be able to impact the community, not just look back on where I came from, but to reach back to where I came from and pull some people up with me. My name is David, and I am your dividend.
I think someone at my friend's school has this thing called autism. My friend's brother's son has autism. My neighbor's son has autism. My son has autism.
Autism is getting closer to home. Today, 1 in 68 children is diagnosed with autism. That's about a 30% increase in 2 years. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
This is GC360. It's early December, but Milledgeville is already in the Christmas spirit. You can see decorations downtown and also at the Governor's Mansion, where they will have candlelight tours on December 3rd.
The historic district is also lit up with beautiful lights, and soon there will be Santa sightings all across town. Downtown Milledgeville also hosts its annual Christmas parade on Saturday, December 4th. The theme is Star-Spangled Christmas, and it starts at 3:30 in the afternoon. So be ready with a cup of hot chocolate and enjoy seeing some beautiful floats filled with lights.
Here at GC, the Student Government Association hosts its annual Hanging of the Greens later tonight to spread Christmas cheer. At 5:30 on front campus, there'll be some fun holiday activities, and at 6:15, the lighting ceremony will begin. President Kathy Cox is expected to speak along with some members of the Student Government Association. This is an event you won't want to miss, so be sure to check it out.
Georgia College's sororities hosted their annual holiday house tours to raise money in support of the Panhellenic Philanthropy Circle of Sisterhood. All 8 Panhellenic sororities decorated their houses and opened their doors to the community to spread some Christmas cheer. Each house had different snacks, such as hot chocolate and cookies, as well as a warm and inviting atmosphere. Pan love and holiday cheer was felt all across campus.
So that's Christmas for us here. But how is the holiday celebrated in other cultures? Ava Cartez is here from the Latino Students Association. She's here to talk about celebrations in her native country, Chile. Hey, Ava.
Hi.
Hi. So in Chile, what kinds of things do you do to celebrate the holidays?
So it's interesting because we don't celebrate Christmas on the 25th. Well, we do, but the main day is the 24th. So we have a dinner around 10 to 11, and usually this is done for kids. And my parents did this to me while I was little, and it was like a whole game of trying to find Santa. So we would go outside, like to the street, and try to find him, like in the street. And the whole joke in my family was like look at the moon, like try to see him in the sky. And whenever we would come back to my place, all the gifts and all the lights would be on, and my parents would do like a little. They would drop some glitter all over the floor, or like powder to make it seem like Santa was there. So I know that many families in Chile do that, and I think it's really cool for kids. I mean, I had so many great experiences as a kid, and it really kept the magic of Christmas alive for many years.
Oh, that's really interesting. So how different are the traditions in Chile here than here in the U.S.?
So I have not really experienced that many Christmas here in the States, like to actually know how it is. What I do know is movies, how movies are portrayed in Chile, Christmas happens during the summertime. So it is funny though that we do decorate our Christmas trees to make them look like it's snowing, which is funny. Yeah. But we do have very specific dish. It's called papas duquesas, which is like tater tots basically, but every single family in Chile eat those, and they're not even that good, but that's like a tradition. Also for adults drinking, there's a drink called cola de mono, which basically means a monkey's tail, which is an alcoholic drink. Kids are not supposed to drink it, but for some reason I used to have a little bit when I was little because it was so sweet and it was so good and it tastes like chocolate. So mostly food in that tradition of keeping the magic alive for kids is one of the main traditions that we have in Chile.
Oh, that sounds awesome. Now, what's the strangest tradition you've seen in the U.S.?
The strangest, it's probably, I don't know, it might sound weird, but going to sleep on the 24th and waking up the next day. I know it's easier for the parents to make all the Christmas magic, but I don't know, we just can't wait. the gifts and all the fun, we experience it on the 25th when all the kids already have their toys, or all the family comes together to like have these like kind of parties on the 25th. But to me, the weirdest is being able to wait actually for the 25th to open the gifts and like have that Christmas magic.
Okay. Ava, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Switching gears now from one type of celebration to another, we are talking about the First Friday Festival that is held here in Milledgeville each month. This is where the community comes together every first Friday. It's usually a fun event. GC360's Lily Murphy reports.
First Friday activities are regular here in this small college town.
It is really created in 2011 to bring people downtown and just have people come and enjoy our downtown and see things they haven't seen, and then obviously just give something different for the community to enjoy.
Today we got going on our First Friday event. We do it every first Friday of the month. We bring out fire trucks, police cars. It's our touch and truck event. For kids to come and check everything out. We got our fire safety building where we train kids to get low and get out of the building.
Well, I'm a driver for the trolley as needed, and they wanted to bring the trolley out because kids love it. They want to see it, they want to get on it, they want to ride it, and even adults actually like to come and get on it and sit on it and ride on it.
While the trucks were the highlight of the event, there were also featured performances such as Freelance Ruckus. Some performers were even from Baldwin County middle schools.
Well, tonight we came out to perform just a little bit. We gave the crowd a taste of one of our Christmas selections. It's called Joyful Joyful, a nice jazz number. And we also showed the crowd how we warm up and build up our stamina and keep it moving. Well, I tell you, not a lot of people really are familiar with the dance department and the fact that Baldwin County has its own full-fledged dance department. One of the parents, they work this event from time to time, gave us a contact name and number, and the rest is history. We had to come out and just perform.
Cities across the country have adopted the concept of First Friday. The goal? To support small business and encourage people to explore what their city has to offer. I'm Lily Murphy, reporting for GC360.
After the break, Jeannie takes us on the block to talk about all things holidays, and Arbella and LB go to the streets to get the students' hot takes on the holiday season.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Get caught buzz driving, and you could do some hard time.
Craig, knock it off.
Sorry, Mom. It could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. And that could set you back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back. To continue with the Christmas spirit, our girl Jenny on the block is here to spread some holiday cheer. What's up, Jenny?
Thanks, Bella. Finals week is coming up, but I'm ready for winter break and, more importantly, Christmas. Like most fellow Georgia College students, I'm heading home right after finals to enjoy the holiday. There's nothing I love more than decorating the Christmas tree with my mom and hanging up Christmas lights with my dad. I also love cozying up by the fireplace with my family to enjoy some hot chocolate and watch a Christmas movie. Elf, the live-action new Grinch, and the new movie on Netflix with, I forget her name, are some of my favorites to watch. All of those movies will definitely get you in the Christmas spirit. And to spread some more holiday cheer, we have another installment of LB and Bella this week. This time, they hit the campus to ask students about their Christmas hot takes. Check it out.
Hi, I'm Estella Vanderlande.
And I'm Laura Beth.
And this is
LB and Bella Talk to the Bobcats.
Holiday edition, even though it's 75 degrees.
I feel weird bombarding people when they're sitting, but I'm gonna do it.
What's your biggest holiday hot take?
I feel like get your Christmas tree the day after Thanksgiving. Do a lot of people do that?
Like you don't like that or you do like that? No, I
Okay.
agree. I like that as well.
I like that
All
as-
right,
I
thanks
like
so
that
much.
as well.
It's Kathy Cox.
No way. Oh my god.
President Cox, can we ask you a question? What's your biggest holiday hot take?
Oh, I don't know. I like everything about the holidays.
Oh, that's a sweet answer. We'll take that.
We'll take it. We talked to a celebrity.
Important.
We talked to a celebrity.
What's your biggest holiday hot take?
I don't know what that means.
Like, unpopular opinion about the holidays.
I don't really like the food. Like, I just like eating normal food, so holiday, and then all the cookies and stuff, I'm like, I just not
It's a bit much.
Yeah,
It's a little rough on the tummy.
It is, yeah, it makes my tummy hurt.
Yeah.
So.
I don't like the new Christmas music.
What's your biggest holiday hot take?
Oh, geez. Fruitcake isn't good.
Okay,
What's fruitcake?
like the fruitcake, like,
Yeah.
well, I don't know.
My family
Okay,
likes
I'll have to
it.
look.
Eggnog is awful. Christmas doesn't begin until after Thanksgiving dinner's put away.
Elf is not that great of a movie.
Don't put up my Christmas tree until after Thanksgiving. A lot of people put it up like really early.
Guys,
Oh my
it's
God.
Jalen, my co-anchor for today. Jalen, what's your biggest holiday hot take?
My biggest holiday hot take? The holidays are great, you know? Christmas is the best holiday.
No hot takes, no controversial opinions, unpopular opinions, nothing?
No, I just think it's the best holiday. That's about it.
That's really positive. I can't say the same for myself.
It's snowing.
Oh my God. This
It's
is so
snowing.
crazy. What's the weirdest Christmas present you've ever gotten?
A boat.
A boat?
A boat?
I would say that's a great present.
Yeah.
But I got the boat, but it didn't have a motor on.
Okay, yeah, that is a little strange.
One year, my brother stole a pack of gum that a friend gave me for my birthday a couple months before, ate a couple pieces or chewed a couple pieces, and then re-gifted the half-used gum pack back to me.
Oh, how kind of him.
Wow, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, geez. Oh, I don't know.
I got a hammer one year.
A what?
A hammer?
Yeah, that was weird.
A plunger.
I don't want to call him out.
Say it, call them out.
It was really ugly necklace one year, like a giant pendant on it. It was awful.
A pair of socks.
I got a bowling ball one time.
Someone just gave me a mop and broom.
It's like a golf putt-putt thing, but you do it on the toilet.
Definitely underwear from like Target, just like
Yeah.
packs.
A can of beans.
What are you gonna do with the presents you got your ex-girlfriend?
Oh.
Oh.
Are you gonna return them? Is this a recent breakup? Is this still sore?
I mean, it was probably like yesterday.
All right, well, that's it for this week.
Yep.
And that's also a wrap on
This
this semester. Maybe we'll be back next semester, maybe we won't. We shall see. I don't know. Have a good holiday break. Wow, that one was honestly so much fun. And Jalen, I definitely caught by surprise.
You certainly did. Time now for a look at the weather. Grace Wood is here. Hey, Grace, how's it looking?
Happy holidays, Bobcats. Today's skies are sunny with some clouds mixed in. There are going to be some light winds. The high is 57 and the low is 36. In the evening, it will become partly cloudy with some light winds. Friday will go on between sunny and cloudy throughout the day. It will be slightly warmer with the high will be 61 and the low will be 48. The partly cloudy skies will turn overcast in the evening. Saturday will be surprisingly warm with temperatures reaching to 70 degrees. However, it's going to be a cloudy day with a slight chance of rain. Sunday and Monday will have scattered showers with temperatures in the 60s and 50s. The rest of the week will have mostly cloudy skies. Tuesday and Wednesday's temperatures will reach 75 degrees before dropping down to cooler temperatures. That's it.
That's it for GC360 News this semester. I'm Jalen Brooks.
And I'm Isabella Vanderlende. And before we go, we want to recognize our team. These hardworking students you see here come together each week to bring you GC360 News. Two of them, Sophie and Lily, couldn't join us on set. They have to stay in the control room to make sure you see this. We want to say thank you to everyone and to you for watching. From GC360 News, happy holidays!